Alright, what's good, YouTube? This is your boy Charles, the face of Trade Tables, and we're here with my friend Kyle here, who's going to be showing us his Ashened deck profile. So, go ahead and...
Alright, so I will preface this by saying this deck is not amazing, but it's pretty alright, it's solid. So, 3 Vidos, of course. This card is like super staple in the deck, obviously. 3 Priestess. Searches any Ashen card. Do you want me to tell them what they do? Or no?
It's up to you. I mean, if you want to, some people know.
3 King of the Ashen City, specials from hand, or if they have Vidos on their side of the field or a big monster, it's specials from deck. And then 2 Hero. You only want to play 2 Hero because if you play 3, you can end up bricking, even though the levels are important. But if you need to recur it, you can always add it back with a trap card. So that's it for the Ashen cards, aside from for the monsters. Then we're on 3 Fenrir and 1 Rise Heart. This is important because of Fenrir's level, and we're also playing a pretty heavy field spell package. So all of these are searchable. Rise Heart is really important because of its, it can special itself if you have Fenrir, and you can lock yourself into Xyz and then go into the Ashen combo from there. Or it's a level 4 to go into a card we have in the extra deck that's really important.
So locking in Xyz doesn't really hurt the deck at all?
Doesn't really hurt it too much, no. You can still go full combo if you're locked into Xyz. You can just extend really far if you're not locked into Xyz. So if you have to special it, it's not a big deal, but most of the time you don't want to, but it works out okay. Next 3, total non-engine, 3 Planet Pathfinder. I know. Hey, look.
Okay.
Hey, look. It's really important to get to your field spell because then you can start specialing all your Ashen dudes. And it also clears the way for Fenrir if you have that in hand. So Pathfinder getting you to Obsidium is really important. Or if you don't need to use the effect of it, it's a level 4 to go into to get you into the combo. So it's pretty solid so far. But I got to test with it more. Right now I like it. Then as for hand traps, we're on just 3 Ash and 3 Valor. We do have a Heat Soul combo, so that's why we're not on Imperm. That's why we're on Valor instead. And also, you can kind of consider Vidos a hand trap, so that kind of brings up the total to 9. So it's pretty solid at this ratio right now. Then we have 3 the Field Spell, 3 Obsidium. It's a play extender, and it's kind of the whole point behind the deck. It draws you a card in the end phase. Super solid card. You have to play 3, there's no question about that. Yeah, card's really important. We're on 2 Raidsoth. Everybody knows what this card does. And we're on set rotation and terraforming. To make sure we have a really heavy field spell lineup, but that's kind of what we want. We're on 10 field spell cards right now, so
yeah. So you have to have a field spell.
Yeah, you have to have the field spell so you can resolve your Vidos, and that just gets you into the advantage in the interaction for the opponent's turn. Then just for consistency, we got 3 Bonfire, Searches Priestess. Not really much else to say about that. Really good card. 3 Awakening of Vidos. This will lock you into Pyros from the deck and extra deck, but for the most part, that's not a big deal. So this card coupled with usually any other of the Ashen cards in hand is full combo. So Awakening's solid. And then we have room for 3 more non-engine spots, or 2 more non-engine spots, and then the trap card. So I like Talents over Crossout or anything like that right now because we don't have a heavy hand trap lineup, and I like ripping cards from people's hands. Called by should be banned. This card's busted. And Ashen for Eternity is just really important. It's what makes it so you don't lose to your own Vidos, essentially. For the extra deck, I did have to proxy 1 card because I forgot to pick it up from a friend of mine, but we're on Daigusto Emerald. This might be surprising, but recycling your Ashen cards is actually really important because then you can go into the combo on following turns. Or if you recycle your Vidos, it's really solid. This is the most important card in the deck.
I figured that card would be.
Yeah, Infernal Flame Banshee searching your Vidos is like pivotal in this deck, especially if you get hand trapped. So this is the card I was referring to when I said it doesn't matter that Planet Pathfinder is level 4, or if you special the Rise Heart from hand and lock yourself into Xyz, you make this and search Vidos. So realistically, you're fine if you're locked into Xyz because this card gets you there. Other Xyz we're on is Big Eye, Draco Sack. This is for the Heat Soul combo that a lot of people are familiar with already from Kashtira. Buzz King. This comes up with 2 King of the Ashen City. Super nice to rip a card out of your opponent's deck. You can take the Abo in the Fire King matchup, or you can take SP, or you can even take Link Rebo, but I don't know if I do that because I can just use it in Grave. We're on 1 Typhon and 1 Zeus. I love decks that allow me to play this because this card is always solid, especially against decks that don't have a lot of negation interruption. So yeah, Zeus is one of my all-time favorite cards. So Then we go on to Link Monsters. This is the card I had to proxy. This is a Nightmare Cerberus. It has to be Nightmare Cerberus because you need to. Vito says it needs to be sent to your graveyard from your opponent's field to trigger. Okay. So if you want to nuke their field, you have to use Nightmare Cerberus. You can't use like SP Little Knight, for example.
Okay.
Then we go into IP. That's part of the Heat Soul combo, or just like making your inboard after you draw your cards. SP. Everybody knows this card. It's busted, but I love it. 2 Link Spider and the G Golem Crystal Heart for the Heat Soul combo. And then we're on Heat Soul and Access Code Talker. So I've referenced Heat Soul a bunch. This is usually your desired inboard. It's similar to Kashtira, except you end on more pieces of interaction. They just don't banish face down. So I would say that the deck overall is super similar to Kashtira in a lot of ways, but outside of that, it's a super solid deck. I enjoy playing it, but just can't compete right now until it gets new support.
Okay. Well, that's good. I really appreciate you sharing us your Ashened deck profile. We're going to have to post that up. This is Charles, the Face of Trade Tables, signing out. Peace.
See ya.